Everyone, let's talk about love. Just kidding, let's talk about math. The math of love. Because, sometimes our love lives are so messy, it's like algebra without a teacher. How do we count the partners in our lives? This is where the trouble begins. Because there are categories, you see. There's the official partner. This is the one posted on Facebook with anniversary posts and known to your parents even if her mom doesn't like you. This is the prime partner, the plus one in our life equation. This is the one definitely included in the count, no doubt about it. But wait a minute, what if someone else sneaks in? This is where we introduce the so-called third party. Oh my, that's a headache. The third party is the extra variable in the equation that suddenly appears to mess everything up. Like in a math problem, you thought it was just X and Y, then suddenly a Z pops up. And because of them, your prime partner can become zero. But sometimes, some naughty people make life a +2. Oh no, that's like polygamy. You thought you were just attending a party. But it turns out, there are 3 of you in the relationship. That's not a love triangle anymore, it's a love neighborhood. And let's not forget the almosts and the what-ifs. These are the MUs or mutual understandings. Are they included in the count? For me, MU means Magisang Umibig, loving alone. They are not included in the official partner census. They are like ghost employees in the company of your heart. They're there but not official. Like your feelings for them, they're real, but the label is just a drawing. So, in our partner math, an MU is 0. And the third wheel? Oh, that's you! You're the one taking pictures of the 2 partners. You're not included in the count, you're an audience. An audience that's hurting. Just kidding. So to be clear, our official count starts with 1 prime partner. A third party can be a reason for subtraction or for those with itchy feet, addition, but that's only temporary. Because in the end, only 1 should remain, unless you want a headache and a court order. Love life isn't like a buffet where you can take as much as you want. It should be a la carte, 1 by 1, so you don't choke on bitterness. Get it, amazing people? Let's keep the math simple so we don't get stressed. Now that we know who to count, let's talk about our heart's annual report, the Love Life Ledger. Every year there are additions and subtractions to the partner count. Let's say you started the year with a partner. So you have a +1 in your ledger. So happy. You have a date for Valentine's, someone to share your milk tea with, and someone to carry your groceries. But life is like a wheel. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, and often it's flat. Suddenly you break up. Ouch. Your +1 becomes a -1. You're back to 0 again. And then, here it comes, the moving on stage. Moving on is like solving a very difficult math problem. It takes so long. Sometimes it takes months, sometimes years. While you're in this stage, your status in the ledger is pending. You're not 0, you're not 1. You're an error, 404, partner not found. And when you find someone new, what they call a rebound, there you go, you have a +1 again. But be careful, a rebound is like a free trial. Sometimes it expires. And when it expires, you're a -1 again. It's confusing, right? The heart is like the stock market, it fluctuates so fast. What about a leap year? Is there an extra partner? Of course not. Don't be ambitious. A leap year just has an extra day, not an extra partner. Maybe that extra day is for extra crying because you're still single. Or maybe an extra day to stalk your ex. Don't do that. Use the extra day to love yourself, okay? So, in our accounting, a year can have a +1, a -1, then a +1 again. It's possible to have 2 partners in 1 year. Wow, congrats, fast process. Sometimes it's 0 for the whole year, that's okay, at least no expenses. The worst case scenario in the ledger is when your ex becomes your partner again. What is that? Recycling? In math, that's called the commutative property of partners. They just change positions, but it's still them. So technically you didn't add 1, you subtracted 1, then brought them back. It's like a debt you can't repay. In the end, you're back to your old problem. So in the love life ledger, you need to be smart, don't just add. And when you subtract, make sure it's permanent. Erase them from the book, don't just archive them. Now let's apply our partner math to different stages of life. Let's start from age 30. At this age, the counting is a bit calmer. We're not as easily swayed as we were in high school with a new crush every month. In our 30s, we're more serious. Our goal is to find 1 solid +1 for the long term. So let's say at 30, you find a partner. You have a +1. If you're lucky and truly meant for each other, that +1 will stay until old age. I wish that for everyone. Your tally from 30 to 90 years old is just one very stable partner, but not everyone is so fortunate. What if at age 35 you break up? There you go, -1. And since you're 35, you can't just sit around, you need to act fast. After 1 year of moving on and many bottles of wine, at 36 you find someone new. So, +1 again. Your total by 40 is 2 partners. Remember, this isn't a race. What matters is that you're happy. But some people are just destined to have a playful fate. What if at 45 you break up again? -1 again. And since it's harder to find someone as you get older, it might take you 5 years before meeting someone new. So, at 50, you're single again. But you don't give up. You're a fighter, girl. At 51, you meet the one, another +1. You stay together until old age. So, if we sum it up, from 30 to 90, you've had 3 partners. Not bad. At least you have stories to tell your grandchildren like, oh grandson, your grandpa, he's the 3rd one. Sounds good, right? Like an achievement. But wait, what if the person you found at 51 is younger than you? Oh, amazing. You have a sugar baby. This counting is just an average, okay? Some people at 30 still have 0 partners, and some at 60 are still looking. There's nothing wrong with that. What matters is that you don't lose hope. Love has no deadline. It's not a school project that needs to be submitted on time. A partner will come at the right time, at the right moment. Don't rush it. You might get the wrong order, so just relax. Enjoy every age with or without a partner. The important thing is that you are whole. So, after all the math, the drama, the pluses and minuses, what's the grand total? How many partners are acceptable in our entire lives? Let's do a lifetime calculation. Let's say you started having partners when you were 15. You had 2 partners in high school, +2. Then in college, 3 because you were more flirtatious then, +3. After graduation, in your 20s, you had 2 serious relationships, +2. And in your 30s, as we calculated earlier, you had 3 + 3. So, 2 + 3 + 2 + 3, your total is 10 partners. Wow, 10, a basketball team, -1. But here's the question. Does the number really matter? If your total is just 1, from then until now, does that mean your love life is boring? No, it means you're lucky. You found the one for you right away. Efficient. If your total is 20, does that mean you're a flirt? Not really, it means you learned a lot, you experienced a lot. You're like someone who went on a field trip to different kinds of love. Every ex is a lesson, a chapter in the book of your life. Some are horror, some are comedy, and hopefully, one has a fairy tale ending. Partner math is not a competition. It's not about who has the most exes or the shortest time being single. The real count isn't seen in quantity, but in quality. You could have had 10 partners, but all of them only gave you headaches. And you could have loved only one, but with them, you felt everything. Love isn't like an exam you need to ace. It's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail. What matters is that with every mistake you learn something, and with every fall, you get back up. So in the end, my amazing friends, here's the ultimate moral lesson. Let's not count partners. Let's not be pressured by the math of love. Because the most important addition in your life isn't a partner, but self-love. And the biggest subtraction you should make is removing people who don't appreciate you. Because at the end of the day, the real partner math is simple. You plus one are enough. And when the right person comes along, they won't be a variable that messes up your equation. They will be the answer that completes it. And that's the true grand total. Boom. Beautiful, right?